On behalf of my family, I want to thank you all for joining us today to celebrate the life of our amazing mother. Our beautiful mom, Judy Lynne Moorman, was one of a kind. At an early age, she learned to crochet and sew from her grandma. This was the seed that grew into a lifelong passion. She loved dolls and sewing their outfits, like she did for us when we were children. She also loved playing sports, being a cheerleader, playing the flute, being a lifeguard, and ice skating. During college, she met my dad, Rick, when she was the maid of honor for my Aunt Julie, and my dad was the best man for his brother, my Uncle Ray. Our parents went on their first date at age 18 and 19, and after returning home, our mom boldly declared that she'd just gone on a date with her future husband. At first glance, they appeared to be quite different people, but in the ways that mattered, they were a perfect fit. They were so complementary, which is another way to say they completed each other. Our parents were a shining example of commitment and love. The love my parents shared was a special one. They loved to laugh and have fun. What an example of teamwork, unselfishness, sacrifice, friendship, and faithfulness. Our favorite detail about the relationship we learned during the last few beautiful days we spent with my mom is that one of the things that attracted Mom the most about Dad was the way he danced. And of course, he loved her beautiful brown eyes, confidence, sharp wit, and her spark and exuberance. She was thrilled to be a mom and to have her own real-life baby dolls. She loved children, and when she decided to stay at home with us and to leave her profession as a teacher, she became our teacher and made the world our classroom. When I graduated from UD, I ran straight into her arms when the ceremony ended. I gave her the biggest hug. She never doubted me for a moment. She never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. She was fearless in everything she did. She knew the answer before most could see the question. She was a relentless advocate for her children. She never shied away from any challenge. She gave no time to anything that would be a roadblock between her and the one she loved. Our mom's Catholic faith was so important to her. During her time in the hospital, she was given the sacrament of the anointing of the sick and received it with tears of joy. Although we are filled with pain for having to witness hers, our most prominent emotion is gratitude. We're so thankful for who she was and how she treated us. So overwhelmed with pride for how she carried her cross with dignity, humility, grace, and passion. She wasn't afraid. She was only sad she couldn't live longer, love longer. Her strength was impressive and inspiring. She wanted to make it to see her sixth grandchild, a baby boy due in a couple months who will carry her name, Miles Jude. A tribute paid to her by my brother Gabriel and by his wife Molly before she was sick. One of the last things she did was kiss Molly's belly and tell little Miles Jude that she loved him. My mom cared about many things. But being a grandma, or Namaw, as her grandchildren call her, that was her greatest joy. And she was her grandchildren's greatest joy. In fact, her grandchildren helped write a poem last year for her birthday to show how much they love her. Dear Namaw, our words could never show just how lucky us kids are to have you help us grow. Though words alone are not enough, we have a few in mind. You are cool and strong and beautiful, amazing, fun, and kind. You are everything that Namaws anywhere could ever hope to be, and more. You make us feel like we can fly and lift us up to soar. You put us first and treat us best and always make us smile. We know wherever we may go, you'll join us mile by mile. Though 63 is just a number, like 1958, your loving hugs and heart of gold transcend all time or date. They wanted to add for today, we will miss you so much, Namaw. You are wonderful, it's true. I only hope that you know just how much we love you. Mom loved as hard as humans can. She cared so much about her family. She cared so much about her friends' families, her friends' families' friends. She would spend a week's worth of time quilting and crocheting an afghan or blanket for someone in hopes that she could bring them just a moment of happiness. How much better the world would be if more people thought that way. She cared when others didn't. She cared so much, she didn't care if you even cared. Because she cared just like she loved, unconditionally. She wanted to make sure her own mom, my grandma Donna, was taken care of. So she and my dad bought a beautiful home and moved grandma in with them. She loved her mom so much and always wanted to take care of her. My mom wore her heart on her sleeve. She was beautiful. Her smile, her warmth, her kindness, her sense of humor. She was so cool. Just the coolest. My mom really was the best version of Erica, Gabe, and I. It's so funny, talented, generous, silly, loving, intuitive, beautiful, and sweet. She loved us all the time. She decorated our lives with her joy. And I thank all of you for coming today and for sharing how much my mom has meant to all of you. She really did love you all. How lucky we were. How heartbroken we are now. How much we love you, Mom. The love of our life. Our bestie. Our soulmate. Our number one fan. Our Namaw. Our heart. Our everything. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my mommy you'll be.